Welcome to Advice Procrastination, where we help you conquer delay and get things done. Today, we're diving into 7 powerful techniques to crush procrastination once and for all. Let's get started. Ever feel like you're working hard but barely getting anywhere? Like no matter how much effort you put in, you're still falling behind? If you can relate to that, trust me, you're not alone. In fact, what if I told you that just 10% of people feel truly productive every single day? Yeah, you heard that right. 90% of us are stuck in a frustrating loop of wasted time, distractions, and worst of all, procrastination. Now, here's the real kicker. Studies show that the average person wastes nearly 3 hours every day on distractions. Let that sink in for a second. That's like losing an entire month of productivity every year. Imagine what you could accomplish with that lost time if you had it back. What goals could you hit? What skills could you master? It's mind-blowing when you realize how much we're letting slip through our fingers, right? But the good news is, this doesn't have to be your reality. It's not about being busy or filling every hour with something. It's about being productive. And productivity isn't some magical gift reserved for a few lucky individuals. It's something you can cultivate, master, and make part of your daily routine. Number 1, the big secret. Focus is the real superpower. Here's the secret. Focus is the real superpower. Not hard work, not long hours, but focus. High performers, the people who seem to be crushing it in life, they don't multitask. They aren't trying to juggle 1,000 things at once, hoping something sticks. Instead, they focus on one task at a time with laser-like precision. And because of that, they're able to achieve 40% more than the average person. Think about that for a second. Just by focusing on the task in front of them, they're 40% more effective. That's a game changer. Number 2, the myth of multitasking. Let's talk about multitasking for a second. We've all been sold the idea that multitasking is the key to productivity. The more you can juggle, the more productive you'll be, right? Well, wrong. In reality, multitasking is like trying to drive while texting. You're not doing either one well, and eventually it's going to lead to a crash. Your brain isn't wired to handle multiple tasks simultaneously. Instead, it's task switching, bouncing back and forth between different activities. And every time you switch tasks, you're losing valuable time and mental energy. According to some studies, task switching can cost you up to 40% of your productive time. So, not only are you not getting more done, but you're actually getting less done. Number 3, time is the ultimate currency. You see, time is your ultimate currency. Once it's spent, you can never get it back. The problem is, most of us are living like time is infinite, treating it casually like it will always be there. But it won't. And until we start respecting our time, we'll continue feeling stuck, like we're running on a hamster wheel, expending a ton of energy, but not moving forward. So, how do we break the cycle? How do we take back control of our time and start seeing real progress in our lives? The answer lies in smart work, not hard work. It's not about adding more hours to your day or working yourself to the bone. It's about being intentional with the hours you already have. Number 4, break it down. The power of small wins. One of the most effective strategies is breaking down your big, overwhelming tasks into smaller, more manageable steps. Why does this work so well? Because every time you complete one of those small steps, your brain releases dopamine. That's the neurotransmitter responsible for making you feel good, motivated, and rewarded. It's like hitting a mini jackpot every time you check something off your to-do list. Think about it this way. When you're faced with a huge, daunting task, it's easy to feel overwhelmed, right? That overwhelming feeling leads to procrastination. But when you break that big task down into smaller, bite-sized chunks, suddenly it doesn't seem so intimidating. You start with one small thing, knock it out, and bam! You get a little hit of dopamine, making you feel great. That feeling pushes you to tackle the next small step. And before you know it, you've completed the entire task. Number 5, time blocking, the game changer. Another powerful technique is time blocking. Have you ever found yourself sitting down to work on something, but 2 hours later, you've barely made any progress? You've checked emails, scrolled through social media, and maybe even watched a couple of YouTube videos. Sound familiar? That's where time blocking comes in. Time blocking is all about scheduling specific chunks of time for focused work on one task. During that block, you eliminate all distractions. Put your phone away, close all unnecessary tabs, and give your full attention to the task at hand. When the block ends, you take a break, then move on to the next block of focused work. It sounds simple, but it's incredibly effective. With time blocking, you're not just managing your tasks, you're managing your energy. And when you manage your energy well, you get more done in less time. It's the ultimate productivity hack. Number 6, the truth about procrastination. Let's talk about procrastination for a moment, because it's the enemy of productivity. Most of us procrastinate not because we're lazy, but because we're afraid. Afraid of failure, afraid of not being good enough, or even afraid of success. Procrastination is a way to avoid those fears by distracting ourselves with low-priority tasks or meaningless activities. But here's the thing. Procrastination steals your time, and it's the one thing you can never get back. The key to overcoming procrastination is to understand its root cause. Are you procrastinating because the task is too big and overwhelming? Break it down. Are you afraid of failing? Remember, progress is better than perfection. The goal is to get started, not to be perfect. Just take the first step, and the momentum will carry you forward. Number 7, own your time, own your life. The truth is, you control your time, not the other way around. And when you take ownership of your time, you take ownership of your life. Don't let distractions and procrastination steal your potential. Focus on what really matters, block out time for deep, meaningful work, and watch how your productivity skyrockets. Those 3 hours a day you're currently wasting, turn them into pure achievement. And remember, the goal isn't to be busy, the goal is to be productive. It's about working smarter, not harder. Focus on what truly moves the needle in your life, and you'll find that success isn't some far-off dream. It's right within your reach. Thank you all so much for watching. If you liked the video, make sure you press that like button. Hit subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in the next video.